Hey y'all, it is me. Stop, drop, and roll on. And I'm just coming to y'all. I was looking in my email this morning, and one of the things that I'm trying to develop some new habits, and I usually start this process like at the beginning of the year, every year, at around about this time. And I should have said for the beginning of the year around about this time. It actually jumps off in August, and then I just keep it going. And so by the time January gets here, things that I'm trying to start, I'm kind of like starting them. They might not be perfected at that point in my version of perfection, which is imperfect. But I have at least started them. And so one of the things that I'm scratching like I got fleas. I don't have fleas. But anyway, let me not go there. But one of the things this that I'm trying to do is, number one, I have I have this thing, and it's a paper. I thought I had one in here because this is not, it wouldn't be in here per se, because normally this is not where I start my day at, and I thought it was one in here that I could show y'all. But I have a piece of paper that I have had for over 20 years, and basically all it is it's, and I might have mentioned this before, but basically all it is it's things that I pray about on a base level every morning. Okay, and it's things that I speak over myself, and I have tried to share that, and while I'm talking to you, I'm still looking to see if I have one in here, because I'm at a desk. Anyway, I'll leave it alone. But it's just something that I have had for like probably like close to, I probably honestly about 27 years. And that paper got out of my presence. And actually what it was folded up in a book. I don't know what made me stop reading it, but I became reacquainted with it when I was going through some books and stuff that I'm giving away, that I was giving away. And I pulled it out, and I just made a stack of copies. And I have been mailing them out, like if I mail a card out or do something like that. I've just been putting it in. It's up to the person to decide whether it's something that they want to, give voice to, or if they want to trash it. That doesn't have anything to do with me. And this is something that, excuse me, that we discuss, because I have this group that I attend every week that is from church, and we were talking about what our responsibility is, like to family and friends and people that we meet, and y'all see me get on YouTube. This is what made me start getting on YouTube. Is I just wanted to be more aware of myself. Some of it is I wanted to be more aware of how I react and respond to things. And it was also to meet people that they don't necessarily have to be like-minded, because it's no fun in being surrounded by people that act exactly like you and look exactly like you and like the things that you like, and to me, that is just boring. It really is. But I know that, with my spiritual background, that there's some things that I don't do. And so, and I don't play with, put it like that. And so it doesn't, I'm not gonna go all off into detail and all that other stuff. I'm just saying that those are some of the reasons why I got on YouTube to begin with. The thing that keeps me on YouTube is when I've gone back, and I've been on YouTube since 2009. I had another channel. I took that channel down. And I just took the channel down because I had gotten, at one point, I just got attitudinal about YouTube. And when I came back this time, I just decided that I was not going to, some of the things that bothered me before, since I had matured some, they weren't going to bother me this time. And that there were still lessons for me to learn about myself and about people in general. And then just kind of like, just share my point of view on things and on life and stuff. So that's what I'm on YouTube for. And some bonuses are, Pierre will come on sometimes, or I'll say something, or y'all get to see how crooked my bun is today, because I just pulled my hair up and slapped it, over. Hey, it's an accident, and I ain't trying to fix it. So you'll read in the comments sometimes. I don't want anybody to think that I live idyllic, charmed, nothing. Because the Bible clearly even says that in this life you'll have tribulations. But the beauty of it from my vantage point is that I have an out. Because I know God, and because Jesus, paid for all my issues a long time ago. And so I have ways of escape from things. And sometimes it's actually a physical escape. Other times it's something that the Holy Spirit will, just kind of like, I won't say he'll manifest because he's in me, but he will just, I will push myself down enough for me to notice that he is here, that the Spirit of God is in me and he's helping me to make it through whatever it is that I need to make it through. The month of October was extremely difficult for me, and I embraced it, and I had to kind of head on. And I worked really hard, I don't really want to get on here whining and crying. And I realized that I had done that, at some point for a while. And for that, in my own way, I apologize. But I knew it was a necessary thing that I had to walk through. And so when I tell y'all that October was difficult, I really mean difficult. Pierre, he was in here, he would tell you that there were times when he had to just come in the room and just, pat me on the back. No, I'm not on the floor crying and wailing and all of that stuff. But I miss my number one girl. I did. And, but it didn't just start because the day that she died came up in October, and the day that I had to just say bye for this side came in October. It was just that I just felt it. And I felt bad for Pierre, because it was a weird day for him, and that day he was in there playing the bass. That was the day I told y'all it was his birthday. But that was also the day that we had Sissy's going away ceremony. And so it was kind of like a weird thing where I want to be happy, but I didn't really know how to feel. I really didn't. That day was just like a day of juxtapositions. I mean, I don't know any other way to put it. And that man helped me. But more importantly, God and the Holy Spirit helped me and shored me up. And what I had to do, and I started doing this, was just writing about, but I was haphazard with it, about why I was happy every day. It didn't have to be a long list. It just needed to be something. And while I'm dealing with, thinking about this stuff, I have said before, and I'm not going to talk about that, but I will just say there were other things going on as well. And so when I got beyond all of that and just started looking at, okay, regardless of what's going on in the background, right here in front of you, what's going on that you can honestly just sit here and just say, you know, God, thank you. And I had been doing it, but I was inconsistent. So this morning, when I got up, and this is for Journey for a Healthier Me. Let me do this right quick. Do that. Good. Okay. This is the mug of the day. What is it? Keep calm and call your bestie. I ain't calling nobody, because y'all know what I'm saying. And it's on the top, on the lid of the thing too. But that was, what my hot drink of the day was in. But I looked at my email. And one of the things that came up in my email was about gratitude. It was just something that just kind of hopped up. And it was a thing that says 30 days of thankfulness. And I equate thankfulness with gratitude. Now, when I printed it off, the boxes are so small. So I won't be writing in this. I have enough journals or whatever to write stuff in. So I will be writing in the journal per se themselves. But I'm going to use that as a check and just say on day one what I'm thankful for. Today, what I'm thankful for, I alluded to a little bit ago. And I have been more mindful of, just not thinking that Pierre knows in his head that, oh yeah, she, I'm cool with her. She's cool with me. We all right. We love each other. But really opening up my mouth and things that he does or things that he says, just like, he, like I said, one day I was in here and I was just sitting. He knew what was wrong with me. He really did. And all he said was, I know, I miss her too. Because they used to just like jab back and forth at each other. It was ridiculous. He smart off with her. She smart off with him. And Sissy was worse than I ever could be. She was just like quick on her feet with it. Just like boom, boom. And the crazy, strange part is her husband and my husband had the same first name. And so it was name and then one or name then two. And when they was both acting the same, it would just be them. That would be the name, them. And and so it's been an adjustment on a whole lot of different levels. And so that day when he came in and he was just like, I know, and you don't have to say anything. It just took it lifted my countenance, a whole lot without me having to explain how I felt, because I didn't really have words for it. I still don't. But I know what the feeling is. I can't put it in words. It's just a little hole, and I won't say little. I'm just saying it's just a spot that ain't no fixing. And so you move and you go because that's what you're supposed to do and that's what you do. But just not to have to explain made me name today as, as far as thankfulness is, that I'm grateful for purity. And I have been making it a habit as much, just on the regular, I should say, of just, sometimes I'll come in, get through work, come in from work and just say thanks, and he'll be like, okay. And I was like, what am I saying thank you for? And he might say something that's totally not what I was saying thank you for. So I just add what I'm saying it for to him. But that's the person, excuse me. That's the reason why I'm saying thank you today. So for 30 days in November, y'all will see me. Some videos will be short. Some might be a little longer. Like this one is long. Didn't mean for it to be. But Well, I'll just be naming a thing and telling y'all why I'm thankful. And that is all I have today. Thankfulness Day 1, Purity. Toodle.